Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for my dearest Cancers. Cancers, this is your new moon in Aquarius reading, which is taking place on February 11th. This new moon in Aquarius is part of a large stellium in this sign, which includes the Sun, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, and Saturn. So all these planets in Aquarius create a supercharged energetic field. Aquarian energy, ruled by Uranus, is revolutionary, innovative, awakening, and expansive. We'll notice our focus widening and shifting to new heights, but on the downside we might feel clouded or the path ahead may seem blurry. So make sure to take care of yourself and get rest when you need it and really pay attention to your body. What we choose to focus on expands and will be amplified more than usual. The last time we had strong Aquarian energy like this was in the 1960s with the hippie counterculture movement. Everything this movement stood for, equality, peace, and community, is what this new moon is returning to us and in fact ingraining in us. This new moon is also activating the great conjunction energies that we experienced on the December 2020 solstice, the dawning of a new earth more aligned with higher vibrational energies. It reminds us that we co-create our own personal reality, but also on a collective level too. All right, my dearest fellow Cancers, I love you guys so much. And before I get started, I just want to ask that you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, check out the description box for ways you can get a private reading, or if you like the decks I'm using, I have them listed and linked in order of appearance. Also, feel free to leave a comment if you feel called to do that. And don't forget to ring that notification bell if you want to get updates whenever I'm uploading new content. I do that quite frequently. All right, so my dearest Cancers, let's go ahead and jump into this. What messages do we have for my beautiful fellow Cancers for this new moon in Aquarius? Messages for Cancer, please, for this new moon in Aquarius. Messages for Cancer, please, with this new moon in Aquarius. All right, where are you now, Cancer? The Two of Swords, dropping resistance. Ooh, I like it, getting clarity. What's blocking you? The Ten of Swords. What intentions you need to set? The Sun. Cancer. All right, what knowledge do you need? What do you need to know? The Two of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so there's a real important decision being made here, Cancer. And your final outcome, the Ten of Wands. So, Cancer, this is huge. You have two tens in reverse, the two tens that we always want to see in reverse. You guys are dropping something from the past. You are ending a very difficult cycle. For some of you guys, it's in your love life. Okay, and with the Sun card, there is something that is going to make you so happy, but the decision is yours. But I feel like you're dropping the resistance. You're finally understanding. So as a fellow Cancer Sun, you know, we cling on to things that oftentimes we most need to let go of, okay? At the bottom of the deck, the Ace of Cups. Cancer. This is a huge blessing. This is love. This is a new love. This is a rekindling. This, for some of you guys with the Sun card, it's about a creation. You could be having children. You could be creating a business, okay? Because it's something that's going to make you so happy. This is a card of co-creation. Some of you guys are calling in your soulmates and your divine counterparts. But what are you letting go of? Five of Cups. Some of us have been too focused on what we had lost, on the pain and the sorrow, the heartbreak, the disappointment of the past. Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands, Cancer. You're letting it go. You're letting it go as if you were an Aquarius, right? Or as if you were an air sign. You are letting it go. You're detaching. And that is no small feat for my dear Cancers. Believe me, I know. So you guys are coming out as the Two of Swords, Moon in Libra. Or you could have air in your chart, or you could just be exhibiting these air qualities, especially that Aquarian energy. The Two of Swords is about resistance. It's about pulling back. It's about trying to make a decision. Cancer, I feel as if this is something that has weighed heavily on your mind for quite some time. I can't help but notice those two birds flying into the, off into the moon here, into the moonlight. This has been a long journey. We see that boat back there. There have been troubled waters, choppy waters, difficulties. But you know what I've never noticed really? That she has this cute little cat. Oh my goodness. But you have not been alone on this journey. Some of you guys have gone into your shells, created your own little Cancer caves, curled up with a glass of wine or a cup of tea with your cat or your dog. Because most Cancers, we have to admit it, we have pets. Not all of us, but most of us. And they're very lucky pets who fall into into the care of a Cancer. But anyway, but so I see that it's been a very sort of lonely journey. I'm getting this hermit, this Virgo-y energy. You've worked through some major fears and illusions. Some of you guys may have even been triggered by this particular relationship. Some of you guys, it's a brand new relationship. For others, it's a rekindling, or you're just getting through a very tough cycle and you're realizing that you are carrying around hurt or heartbreak, pain or disappointment from the past that you are now you're seeing clearly. It's time to release it. All right, what has been holding you back or blocking you? 10 of Swords, a difficult ending. And the 10 of Swords can also be about like some sort of codependency. So again, that could obviously be, a behavior pattern that we have. It can be sex, drugs, rock and roll, whatever it might be. It can be obsessive thinking. It can be feeling that you need like codependent on a person, or again, Cancers, we don't really like surprises. We like to be prepared. And, so I do feel like there's a lot of energy has gone into deciding what is the best move here. Okay. And we may be slow and we might not always be really direct, but it's truly happening. And you're recognizing that it's time for a new beginning. You've got the clarity that you needed, and it's going to make you so happy. For some of you, this is about pregnancy. For others of you, it's about a new love. It's about calling in your divine counterpart. Some of you may have met this person and you might have been off to a rocky start, and you're like, and it might have really triggered some past hurts, some deep wounds that you're realizing needed to be healed. But you want this love, you want this job, you want this happiness, and you're willing to do whatever it takes, Cancer. And there's nobody more tenacious than a Cancer. So what you need to know, the Two of Pentacles. So many of my Cancers, you've made a decision. Again, stability is very important to a Cancer, and we don't really like surprises. So anybody who carries a purse or a bag, if you look into a Cancer's purse or bag, you can see they have everything from food to first aid supplies to, to condoms to whatever it is you might need. Cancers are always really prepared. And I'm seeing that, you were really juggling something. You were trying to find balance, but you've gotten the clarity. You know what decision needs to be made, and you're really ready and willing to nurture it. The Two of Pentacles is a seed that you're planting. For some of you, this is, a seed that you planted in your quantum field of manifestation long ago, and you're seeing that it's coming to fruition, but you're also understanding that you had to learn some really tough life lessons. You needed some wisdom. You needed to, go through some of these difficulties for this new beginning. Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Passion, clarity, understanding. You're ready. Out with the old, in with the new. Ace of Cups. Emotions overflowing. Lots of love. Cancer, really doesn't get better than this. Really doesn't. Wow. All right, let's go ahead and see what else comes through for you guys. The Fates, 17 breaking down to an 8. So I am really getting, what I said about you guys planted a seed in your quantum field of manifestation or intentions, and it's coming through. This is something fated. Some of you guys, it's a pregnancy. I feel as if you might be dreaming about your child. This is something that was meant to happen. For others of you, it's calling in your divine counterpart. Again, it was fated. This is destiny. Whatever this might be, it's going to make you so happy. And it feels like it's taken you a long time to get here. You've had to go through lots of trials and tribulations. But look, Cancer, that's you. That's how this makes you feel. The stars have aligned. There's healing here as well. Higher power, beautiful, number 4. So trusting in the divine plan. You have been guided. You have a celestial team, an angelic team, spirit guides, passed on loved ones. This is something that there has been a deep knowing. Many of my Cancers, you're stepping into your true soul's calling, and whatever that might be. Okay, that can be your love life. It can be about family, it can be about career, but you guys are recognizing that you also had to surrender to the universe, allow the universe to meet you halfway here. peace. This brings you peace after a lot of difficulty. 23 breaking down to a 5. Again, we see the infinite possibilities there with the egg. You're about to start a brand new journey as you're closing out a very difficult cycle, and the never-ending story. 37 breaking down to a 10. This is how you were feeling. You know, whether this is in your love life, I'm always going to be on my own, or I'm stuck in a bad relationship, or we're stuck in a rut, or I'm never going to, you know, fill in the blanks. It is coming to an end, Cancer. It absolutely is. And this is something to jump for joy and be excited and believe in. No place like home. So a Cancer, you know, rules, you know, the 4th house, if I'm not mistaken, of home. And Cancers really carry around their homes on their back. So when a Cancer doesn't feel like they have a home, or they're disconnected from their own sort of inner home, it can be a very, very chaotic energy. And I feel like many of you may have been in that space. Some of you guys are finding home in another. Some of you guys are creating a home for another, with another. It's absolutely beautiful, but it is a beautiful homecoming that's going to bring you peace, happiness, excitement, and joy. Wow, Cancer. I love this. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else comes through for my dear Cancers. All right, so we get the crumbling. Yes, look at that. These 10s in reverse. Spirit is giving us a repeating message. What are you clinging on to? You guys are in the process of releasing it. This is that Aquarius energy, Uranus, electricity, the great awakening. This is a tower movement. Tower moment that's really moving and shifting things in your life, not just your perspective. Some of you might be changing house. Some of you might be moving in with somebody. Some of you are changing jobs. But what's happening is this dark night of the soul that you've been going through, these difficult lessons have been learned. They've been integrated, and you're opening up to creating your heaven on earth. I love this, Cancer. And we get the age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So for those of my Cancers who are worried or afraid that they're not cut out for this, you know, I feel many of you are understanding that you weren't ready for this until now, that there were certain tough life lessons and a difficult journey that you had to go on before you could actually integrate these lessons and move forward. But you're doing it. It looks awesome, and it feels even better, Cancer. It really does. All right, additional messages for my Cancers, please. And we get surrender and trust. Yes. So again, many of my Cancers, you know, we were clinging on to an old way of being, or clinging on to, we need to do this on our own. You know, past hurts and disappointments, people and situations have let us down in the past. But my Cancers, you're opening up that heart chakra. You're coming into alignment. You're surrendering and trusting that the universe is delivering this to you, and everything that you've been through is for a higher purpose. Okay, and it hasn't been easy, but it is really, really exactly what needed to happen. Oof, I love this for you. So I'm going to pull messages of the Oracle for my dear Cancers. Now, this can relate to a love situation. Oh, lots want to come out. It can relate to a love situation, you know, your soulmate counterpart. But it can also just be messages that we can apply to wherever you are on your journey. Okay, so we get time apart. Some distance will help bring clarity. Yeah, and I feel like, okay, some of you guys may have been in separation from somebody. You might be rekindling. But what I'm seeing here more than anything is with these 2 10s, this completion of a really difficult cycle. You know, you're going to see, like hindsight being 2020, you're going to see very clearly why it had to happen this way, and actually it was for your benefit. Now, also remember, we are in Mercury retrograde, so there might be a lack of clarity. You might feel fogged in. You might not see the path clearly ahead of you. But remember, when Mercury goes direct, then everything will kind of make sense, okay? Self-care, beautiful. Clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. Yeah, and I feel that with the 2 of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles. This is that alone time, Cancer, building yourself up, being conscious and comfortable with the decisions that you're making. But you're also trusting in a higher power. And you're also trusting your intuition and the wisdom that you have gained on this journey. Cancer, this is an awesome reading. I mean, with the fates and higher power here, it's like surrender and trust. No matter where you are on your journey, Cancer, things are happening exactly the way they're supposed to. Okay, if you're feeling lonely, or if you're feeling abandoned, you're feeling rejected, or you're feeling abandoned by the universe, understand that all of that is coming to a change. I mean, the Ace of Cups, Cancer. The Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Gratitude. Universal love shines through the miracles of life all around you. Yeah, some of you guys, there is pregnancy here. Others of you, you're going to be grateful for everything that you've been through, because it's really helped you get where you are now, to be the person you are. And celebration. Celebrate your achievements. You truly are a gift to the universe. So you guys, this is a beautiful homecoming. Somebody may be coming home to you. Some of you, you might be celebrating the birth of a baby or a pregnancy. For others of you, you might be celebrating a wedding. You might be celebrating an engagement. You might be celebrating even a divorce, okay? Which sounds kind of like snarky and nasty, but you're doing what's best for you. This is a major up-leveling, Cancer, and you're definitely not alone on this journey. All right. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you found clarity and guidance in these messages. I love you so much. Have a beautiful day. Take care.